Steve Witherden, Labour Party MP from Montgomeryshire, and Glyndwr calls out his own Labour government and demands that they axe inheritance tax on thousands of family farms. All credit to him. Principles before party. We will show you this in today's video, but first make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Just a quick one to say we do have new One Keir t-shirts available on our website. Go to britishstand.com or check the link in the description. Have a watch.
Of my constituents in Montgomeryshire and Glyndwr. Farming is at the heart of Wales' social fabric, playing a vital role in our economy, food security and our stewardship of the beautiful Welsh countryside. On Saturday, I met with representatives from the FUW in Chancellor and NFU Cymru at a farm in Llanerfel to discuss the ongoing challenges that farmers are facing. Farming is currently the least profitable sector of our economy, and changes to APR are having a significant impact on family-run farms. A lifelong farmer in my constituency raised her children on her 220-acre farm. Although considered small, the farm is valued at over £1 million. Her 48-year-old son, who has farmed alongside her since the age of 18, had hoped to take over the farm. His young daughters now share his passion. Sadly, they now face the prospect of losing the farm they have worked so hard for. Now, let me be clear. I support progressive taxation to ensure that the wealthiest pay their fair share towards the upkeep of our society. In the 21st century, we see individual plutocrats and super wealthy multinationals buying up agricultural land to avoid paying inheritance tax with no intention of using it for farming. This reduces our farmed land, which we can ill afford when we have a fast-growing population in an unstable world. The proposed changes to APR for farmers come on the back of this and more, and feel like the straw that broke the camel's back, or as we would say in Wales, i'r hoelan olaf yn i'r ach, if the honourable member for Caerfyrddin can forgive my North East Wales accent. These changes to APR risk having a deeply detrimental effect on working family farms. And what's at stake here? Food security. I have repeatedly spoken in the chamber about my heartbreaking experiences with hungry children and food banks. In recent years, we have seen something many never thought they'd witness: food scarcity, empty shelves in the supermarkets, and astronomical food price inflation. Mr. Stringer, it cannot be understated how that period of food inflation affected the poorest in our country. I won't say more about the proposed APR policy as a whole. Prior to my election in July, I attended 10 hustings. 10 hustings. We do like our hustings in Mid-Wales, and my thoughts on this topic are well known and are on the record. However, I will speak about mitigations. Firstly, can I respectfully request that the Minister considers raising the threshold? If this policy is to target those who buy farmland solely to dodge inheritance tax, then let's make it so. Raise the threshold and actually increase the rate for people like that, so that no family farm is affected. Secondly, can I respectfully request, can I implore the Minister to look at an exemption for farmers who, at the risk of sounding macabre, but to make myself clear, are too late in life to plan for this proposed change. I hope the Minister and the Chair can forgive my emotion when you sit with an elderly farmer and his wife, and with both fighting back the tears, they tell you, if only I could die now, if only there was some kind of pill I could take now so that my children won't have to worry about this. It does have a really profound effect on you. Diolch.
In other news, Rachel Reeves has exaggerated her time working at the Bank of England, as the Chancellor has been caught embellishing her CV. Reeves left the financial institution 9 months earlier than stated in her LinkedIn profile. She has publicly claimed to have spent a decade working there. However, it's shown she spent 5.5 years working at the bank, including almost a year studying. The Chancellor's LinkedIn profile claims she worked at the Bank of England from September 2000 to December 2006. However, the BBC has found that in reality, she left her job in March 2006 and began working for Halifax Bank of Scotland in West Yorkshire. A photo from March 2006 shows her with other HBOS employees at the Council of Mortgage Lenders' yearly lunch. A former HR lead from the bank also confirmed she recalled Reeves's first day as being in March 2006. A spokesman for the Chancellor confirmed the error in her LinkedIn, claiming it was due to an admin error by the team. The spokesman added that Reeves had not seen it before it was published. The Chancellor has previously cited her time as an economist at the Bank of England as part of the reason she can be trusted with the UK's finances, repeatedly claiming to have spent up to 10 years there. Speaking at a Labour Party business conference in February, she said, "I spent the best part of a decade as an economist at the Bank of England." The claim was then repeated in a Labour Party document last year, which claimed that she spent most of the first decade of her career at the Bank of England. Her online CV also gives the wrong dates for her time at HBOS, which her team has also acknowledged. It says that she left in December 2009, although it has been established she finished in mid-May 2010. In November 2024, several MPs raised the topic in the House of Commons, with journalists also asking Deputy PM Angela Rayner if Sir Keir Starmer expected members of his cabinet to be truthful on their CV. Rayner said the controversy related to Reeves's time before she was Chancellor. She added, "The Prime Minister is very clear that what is most important is having a Chancellor who is able to balance the books and who is able to be straight with the public and restore the public finances," she added. In other news, a former Telford child grooming gang member is set to be released despite an intervention by a government minister. The parole board decided Muhammad Ali Sultan would still be released despite a request by the Justice Secretary to reconsider their decision. The man was handed a 7-year sentence in 2012 after admitting to having sex with 2 teenage girls. His sentence was extended in 2015 and 2019 after he was found guilty of more offences. A spokesman for the Ministry of Justice said it was disappointed with the outcome, however respected the parole board's decision. Sultan was eligible for parole in December, after which an independent panel ruled that he could be allowed back into the community. The Mojay has said he will be released once all elements of his risk management plan are in place, which takes around 2 to 4 weeks. A spokesperson for the parole board said, "Parole board decisions are solely focused on what risk a prisoner could represent to the public if released and whether that risk is manageable in the community. A panel will carefully examine a huge range of evidence, including details of the original crime and any evidence of behavior change, as well as explore the harm done and impact the crime has had on the victims." One of Sultan's victims, who uses the name Kate Elysia, said she felt forgotten after not being notified of the hearing. The Lord Chancellor called for a reconsideration after claiming there was an arguable case that their decision to release the criminal was irrational. Justice Secretary Shabana Mahmood said she asked for the parole board to reconsider their decision, but the request was denied. A Ministry of Justice spokesman stated Sultan would be subject to intense probation supervision. A statement said, "Our thoughts remain with all the victims in this awful case. We are disappointed with the outcome but respect the independent parole board's decision. Muhammad Ali Sultan will be subject to intense probation supervision and faces an immediate return to prison if he fails to comply with his strict license conditions." Lastly, Prince Harry opened up on how much Meghan Markle's attendance at the Invictus Games meant to him just days before she left the sporting competition. The couple arrived in Vancouver on Friday, attending the opening ceremony together before travelling to the Whistler ski resort for the winter sports section. Just days before her departure on Tuesday, Prince Harry, 40, had spoken about the significance of having his wife by his side at the Games. "To have my wife here supporting me is amazing. I love that she's by my side. It's such an important piece to this whole adventure," he told People magazine on Sunday. A source close to the couple indicated the early departure had always been planned, noting, "This is Prince Harry's event and she is there to support him, but this was planned." On Wednesday from California, the Duchess shared an Instagram post featuring Canadian chocolates and gifts she had brought back from the Games for Prince Archie, 5, and Princess Lilibet, 3. "A taste of Canada and the Invictus Games for our little ones. Cheering you on from home," she wrote in the caption. The Duchess's early departure mirrors her attendance at the 2023 Dusseldorf competition, which she also left after 5 days to return home. The Duke continued his duties at the Games, presenting medals for the alpine skiing and biathlon events, where he still drew considerable crowds despite his wife's absence on Tuesday. Despite aides briefing that the Duke would take Wednesday off from the Games, he surprised fans with an unannounced appearance at a medal ceremony in Whistler's Centre. Harry has maintained an active presence throughout the event, demonstrating his continued commitment to the games he founded for disabled military veterans. "It's amazing how, after 10 years, we're still doing this," he told People magazine. He emphasized the growing importance of the games, stating, "We will continue the games for as long as it's needed, and the need is increasing rather than reducing." Looking ahead to 2027, Prince Harry expressed enthusiasm about the games returning to the UK, where they first began. "The fact that there will be a full cycle back to the UK is a place that I never thought we would be," he said. "I know the UK is looking forward to having the games back to where it started." What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you've not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.